Welcome to What's at Stake, a series where we look at the important issues facing Americans and what's at stake in this election. In this video, we're looking at the issue of college affordability and the related issue of student debt relief. We're joined today by Rod Dubitsky, a member of Democrats Abroad UK chapter with this particular focus on college affordability.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Aaron.
How big a portion of the economy we're talking about here?
The amount of college student debt is about $1.5 trillion. It's the second highest personal debt category after mortgages. So it's higher than credit cards, higher than auto loans. 44 million Americans have student debt, and roughly 1 in 5 adult Americans are delinquent in their student debt. So it's an enormous drag on students, on the economy, and employment choice for graduates.
And why is having this debt bad for both individuals as well as more macroeconomically for people in the country?
Well, if the debt were proportionate to the income, people earn a college degree earns an extra $500,000 over the lifetime. But if you're attending a for-profit college and you graduated with a degree as a chef, you're not part of that extra $500,000. So the rise in for-profit colleges, which generally targeted less educated inner city students, marketed careers to them that they were never able to earn enough income to pay off the debt. But even respected law schools were accused of falsifying employment data postgraduate. So true disclosure at the university level would allow students to have a much greater degree of transparency as to what amount of student debt they can bear.
So what has the Trump administration done over the last 4 years to address this problem?
Probably it's easier to contrast it with what Biden's planning to do. And Trump is not planning on doing anything like this. Under the Biden plan, they are capping student debt at 5% of discretionary income every year. If you make less than $25,000 a year, you would be required to make no payments on your student debt. 2-year community college tuition will be free for everyone. 4-year state schools free for all families earning less than $125,000. And then they're going to forgive debt for those going to work in public service, $10,000 a year over up to 5-year periods.
I think we've all come to respect and deeply, deeply appreciate and admire the educators out there even more than we did before.
And what better way to show it than to make it easier to enter that career path? The Biden proposals all go towards reducing the gap of income inequality and racial inequality. In addition, Biden is supporting historical Black colleges as well. If you look at Biden's proposals versus Trump proposals, it's pretty clear which one is the winner in tackling those two very grave problems.
Are there any specific concerns or considerations that Americans abroad might have when looking at the issue of college affordability? I mean, certainly one thing I could see would be, where should my children go to college?
Well, I face myself, and my son's 15, and my own personal preference is the American education system. I'm a firm believer in the quality of the American education system and the diversity of the American system. Despite all of the costs and debt burden, if we can get that under control, I think there's no better place to go to university than that in America. And that's why I think it's critical. Keep the American university ideal in place, but make it far more affordable.
It's critical, as you've heard from Rob, to address the issues of student debt relief, college affordability, to unleash the creative potential of Americans and help us break off the shackles of the financial crisis, the COVID crisis, and get back on our feet. So with that, go vote.